Welcome, everyone. Welcome to episode 104 of the Power Reverberation Book 3 Raising Kanan podcast on the Confidence in the Klutch Network. New media, energy is up. Energy is up, y'all. Health is wealth. It's Friday, y'all. It's cold in the Midwest, man. Upper Midwest, Wisconsin, man. Feel like -6 right now. Got a game tonight, so I had to get this in before the game, man. Life is life, and y'all. So we all good. Thankful that y'all here. Thankful y'all made it to another week, man. Let's get together. Let's do this, man. What we know so far. Episode 301. Marvin made it out of the projects. Rock is at the hospital and tells Lou to put everything on Crown. Howard showed up at the hospital. Unique made it home, and his brother Ronnie is there. Burke showed up at the hospital. Impressed Howard. Captain suspended her. Rock apologized to Juke about Kenya. Rock says she's done doing what she's been doing. Wants out the game. Kanan bucks up at her. Rock wants to fix their relationship. Kanan mentioned he was there to ride with the story him and his father put together, then storms out. Rock tells Marvin about Howard being Kay's father. Ronnie is mad Neek is not in charge of where he left him at. He's under Rock. Kanan moved in with Famous, and wants to find them a hustle. Marvin and Lou meet. Lou has a point when he wanted to be out. He couldn't, but Rock can get out the game. He told Marvin about Rock killing Scrap for no reason. Juke talks to her counselor about an officer training program. Malcolm and Rock meet about their plan working and what to do to keep Kanan straight. Shannon is in trouble for intervening for Laverne Thomas. Burke's fucked up, being overzealous. Juke goes through the box and sees all the items her mom left for her. Kanan went to see Lou. They talk about how Rock doesn't respect shit of them. Rock told Neek she's getting out the game once she takes care of Jersey. Neek goes in for the kill. They had that moment of intimacy, y'all. Howard meets with Burke and kills her. Episode 302, Rock and Neek are at Rock's crib. The mob comes in and grabs both of them. Lou and Marvin are at the club. Lou is drinking too much. Marvin spots men watching them. Rock and Neek are transported to Stefano, who told her he needs her to get rid of Sal out of Newark. Stefano can't kill him for his fuck-up due to mob rules. Rock told him she's out the game. Stefano told her she doesn't kill Sal. They'll align with Sal and the five families to kill her and all of her people. Marvin went to the bathroom ready to clip them boys. Boys are not mafia. They wanted blow. Thought he was a drug dealer. Kanan peeps the hustle going on at Fame's spot. Howard speaks at Shannon's funeral, made it personal. Rock and Marvin meet about the Sal shit and the Juliana shit going on. Marvin wants to move a few kilos on Wall Street. Rock wants Marvin to kill Sal, though. Marvin goes to Lou for help, and he declines. Fuck Rock, no. Howard's at the repass with his captain. Captain wants to know when Howard digs through Shannon's cases, if he finds anything dirty on her. He needs to be the first one to know. IAD doesn't have anything on her besides the stuff she's already been caught up with. Sal is at the crib. Fed showed up, let him know there's a hit out on him, and they offered him, snitch and we'll help you. Nicole's dad is at Marvin's house chopping it up. He came by to let her know about a girl group casting call, and he thought that Nicole would want her to have that. Organized crime task force setting up shop in Queens. Kanan tells Rock about Burke. Asked her if she thought she really killed herself, so they killed himself like Scrap. And Rock agreed. Kay stepped off. Unique shows up at Stefano's. They get along. Neek wants to make moves with Stefano. Told Neek he has partners that would have to greenlight him, though. Neek asked for the meeting. Rock goes to see Joaquin to tell him she's out the game. Joaquin told her she has his blessing to step off. Juliana, not so much. Neek and Ronnie go to the club, and Ronnie gets disrespected by the doorman, Convict. Kanan goes to the courier cat and wants them to work together. Use Paul couriers, give him 25%, and Paul don't have to pay his guys. His guys will get double or triple. Man, what a plan. Lou is tripping while with the drinking. He's going through his stages of grieving. Juke showed up, checked him about stealing her song. He apologized for her mom's passing and taking her song. Juke told him about the audition, asked Unc about help, and then Marvin went and killed Sal. Man, back of the head in front of everybody to get up out of there. Get up out of there without one hit, man, and to run through the church and get out the back, man. Ooh, that was real. Episode 303, Ronnie got the doorman, whooped his ass and took his cash. Feds raided Stefano's aquatic store, talking about he's selling endangered species fish. Asked about Sal's death. Kay gets Simran on board to meet again. Juke and Lou practice for the competition. Feds have nothing on Stefano and the gun charge on Giorgio. Feds is warning Stefano on things happening in Queens on his watch. Camacho, Baisley, and Sal. Howard and Rock meet about the task force. Howard let Rock know he saw Kay with some new fools. Rock told Famous if they need anything, get it from her. Ronnie's not playing any games with Neek. Ronnie wants to kill Rock. Neek ain't with that shit, though. Rock came through and gave Juke jewelry and Konfidence for a competition. Kanan comes home and tells Famous we on. Told Kanan Rock came through and gave him dough. We're not taking her money. If you do again, I'm fucking you up. That's what Kanan told Fang. Neek gets his meeting. The plan is to sell H out of the Chinese restaurant to test Neek or no product. Howard went to talk to Cap about the task force. Cap told Howard about Adina still pressing about Burke's death and to exonerate her. Lou and Marvin go out. Marvin got a 911 beep and had to hit it. Told Lou to not get in any trouble. Lou stumbles down the street and hears his father's music from a dive bar. The bar owner, Shirley, knows Lou's father from back in the day. Neek and Rock were talking about how she needed to wash her money. Marvin shows up and has to pay cats off due to G. Joe, I thought his name was Joe. G out of there. I thought it was G. It'd be Joe 1 minute, it's G 1 minute. I think he just called him G, but his name is Joe. That's where it is, right? He goes, G, what up, G? But his name is really Joe. Neek let Rock know he's messing with the Italians. She warned Neek about mess coming around her and to watch his back. Ronnie was clocking the whole time, knowing Neek was at Rock's house. Lou at the bar sees like some DOS effects type cats. Lou got into a fight. Howard rolled up on Adina and told partial truths, blamed themselves and others that put her in a bad place. Kanan is out here passing out beepers and weed to the crew. Rock is at the shop. Valentina talks about the landlord increasing the rent. Marvin and Juke go to the audition. Kanan and Famous is blowing up like crazy. Neek went to the restaurant. Chinese are right. Juke goes and blows and gets rushed off. Juke did good. Howard can't bring himself to go inside the mosque. Lou goes back to the bar and apologizes to Shirley. She appreciates him. Lou offers to help around the bar and with promotion or whatever else. Rock is with the realtor. Straight cash, non-negotiable. The feds are on her. Kanan is rolling. Money's coming in. Famous sees Ronnie clocking him across the street. Episode 304. They got a runner. Javon is getting chased by the police. Rock bought the property as is, you feel me? She bought the property as is, man. Kanan calls Lou for help to bail out Javon. Rock sees officers outside of the plaza. Cops want some payola. Ronnie goes to a bar, meets up with some old friends. Ronnie gets schooled on the little brother's moves by school, right? His name is Snaps and Pop, right? Ronnie let the cat out the bag. He needs money to get at Rock. Marvin goes to see Joe. He appreciates Marvin, helping him out. Special Agent Tanner and Ogden approach Howard. One for narcotics, one from the feds. They asked about the connection with Camacho, Baisley, and the QB housing. Howard tries to keep shit twisted. Neek is at the table, and Pernessa gets at him about what Ronnie said. Rock rolls up at Kanan at school. She peeped the pager shit with Kanan. What do you need a pager for? Ronnie goes to where Dean takes his mother to play bingo. Ronnie needs work. Dean told him, if your name is Matthews, you're persona non grata. Juke made the 3-girl group. The courier Cat Paw came through and had a point about the legit business not being fucked up. Rock is clocking Kanan. At the same time, Rock is being clocked by the feds. She puts a burner in Kay's backpack and gives Famous money to not say shit about getting in the family business. Kay met Juke to celebrate her making a group. Marvin had to check Lou about the shit. Lou wants him to come to Manhattan with him to the spot. Neek and Rock talk about Ronnie and Dean. Rock gives Neek an idea about where to put Ronnie. Lou, Marvin, and Shirley talk about investing. Lou has a plan. Ronnie rolls up on the Colombians. Ronnie asks for product. Juliana is with the shit. She knows she can use him to get back at Rock. Neek and Rock have that talk that Kanan is coming home soon. So she's breaking it off with Neek. Kanan gets knocked with the burner at school. Juke goes to the apartment where the girls meet. The one girl is there who told her she had the shit on lock, talking crazy as fuck, right? What's her name? Crystal. Old girl that gave her the mint made it as well, Aisha. The gun didn't have ammunition that Kanan had in his book bag. He got plugged. His daddy pulled some strings. No jail, just a social worker. Rock ain't catching the case over him. Tell Kay you got to come to the new crib. Ronnie and Neek talk about him rolling up on Dean and looking for work. Marvin and Lou talk about how the move work. Lou wants to keep the club clean. No work. Marvin agreed. Howard tells Rock he can't cover for Kanan anymore. Feds have questions about crime, have eyes on her. Howard said he was done helping Rock. She has to figure things out on her own. Dean is at the crib with Granny. Ronnie is there. Carves Dean up for running his mouth to Neek. Episode 305. Ronnie jacks a car. Kanan's at Rocks and on the phone with Famous. Marvin and Joe meet. Joe let Marvin know about Dean's murder. Marvin was telling Joe about Butter. Rock walks out on the plaza, the broken windows. Jake rolls up, talking about they can prevent this shit from happening and not report code violations. Famous gets knocked to the crib with the dope. Marvin meets Rock at the plaza, lets her know Dean got put down. Neek and Ronnie meet at the restaurant. Neek wants to give this operation to Ronnie. Ronnie tells him, fuck you, Aisha's all over the choreography fucking up. Famous got knocked for Freddie's murder. There was an incident report indicating he was there. Social worker show up to the crib and Kanan's not there. Lou's at mom's getting records for Cafe Vols. Social worker cuts Rock and Kay some slack next time she's pulling from the crib and placed them in the system. Aisha is catching it from Crystal and the A&R. Duke offers to help her out. Howard is meeting with a task force agent. The FBI is pressing hard and the Camacho shit is not flying. Ronnie rolls up on Juliana. Juliana ain't fucking with him due to Neek being his brother. Juliana lightly asked for Neek to disappear, but Ronnie wasn't with it. Famous told Kay about the police interaction. Kanan is bugging with Famous. Famous had a point. Javon gets knocked and you're there to get him. Fame told Kay he killed Freddie. Kay told him that shit, to hold that shit and never speak on it again. Rock shows up to Dean's home going. Neek was there as well. They talk about the Dean hit. Neek let Rock know Ronnie did that shit. Ronnie went to Neek's crib looking for him, probably out fucking Rock. That's what he told Pernessa. Pernessa ain't having that shit. Kanan came home the next day. He's bugging, doesn't respect mom's or the process. Juke and Aisha talk about the process, who they are and where they fit in the group. Juke had that feeling that Nicole gave her. They're bonding. Pernessa got at Neek about if he's fucking Rock. Ronnie told her. Neek snapped about her worrying about other bitches. Marvin peeped Juke and Aisha talking and hugging. Basically, Cat talked to the feds. He called Raquel Rock. That got the feds' attention. Lou and Shirley is at the spot. It's popping. Lou doesn't drink again. Shirley's proud of him for taking back control of his life. Feds show up at Rocks and want to question her again. She lawyers up. Talent was popping at Cafe Vols. Famous got the bug. Got on stage. Kanan walks in and Fam ain't fucking with him. Marvin shows and tells Lou about Rock. Lou doesn't need her or support. Rock gets questioned about her majority stake in the record company and how her stake increased. The feds are going to dig deep into her shit. Fame ripped it. Lou loved it. This is going to get both of them back popping. Rock's lawyer gets her out of the gym. Neek spots Ronnie at the business. The brothers have that talk. They have that fight. Neek got the best of Ronnie. Ronnie couldn't take the loss and killed Neek. 6 blows to the head with a metal pipe. Dumped his body with the trash like trash. R.I.P. Neek. Episode 306, Pernessa puts the strap in Rock's face. Rock talked her down to get close enough to take the strap from her and told Pernessa, I would kill you, but Neek wouldn't want me to hurt you. Famous in the studio with Lou talking about that body shit again. Lou told him that getting the poison out of his body was to spit the poison out. Rock told P that Ronnie had something to do with Neek's murder. Famous is shaking over the body he caught. Lou told him to let the truth save him. The task force doesn't think Camacho was the lead. Marvin asked tripping with the label zest blowing up the spot. Famous tell Kay how the gun got into his bag. Kay snapped out, kicked Famous out of his own crib. Ronnie is taking Neek's jewelry, and P tries to stop him, but he throws her on the ground. She knows what's going on now. Rock and Kay talk about the gun. The social worker shows up, wants to talk to Kay alone. Howard talks with Captain about going into narcotics. Ronnie takes money to Juliana. She only wants to do business with him, and that's it. No Joaquin. He pawned Neek's jewelry for money. The social worker feels encouraged by what she sees from Kay. Kay didn't snitch on moms. Kanan and Paul, the courier owner, have beef over his business. He threatened Kanan about calling the police on him. Kay didn't back down, and Ronnie watched the whole thing. Then Ronnie rolled up on Kay and told him to come through to a party later. Rock asked Howard about Neek. Howard thought Rock did it. Howard said to her that Neek was dead, all the shit they found at the tailor shop. Juke got the acceptance letter from the Army. Rock goes to see Lou at Cafe Vols and hears their daddy song. Lou ain't fucking with her. Rock wants to get back to what they used to be. Shit has forced Lou to drink again. Kay's with Juke and her bandmate Aisha at Ronnie's party. Snaps is Ronnie's OG. They want in on Kay's business, how he move it. Juke is worried about what happened with Kanan and Famous. Lou is drinking and seeing Scrap playing video games in the studio. His past is haunting him now. Snap's wife, Pop, lets him know he overstepping talking in front of Juke. They want to get more money with Kay in his operation. Rock and Marvin are outside the salon. Rock told Marvin that Neek was dead. Rock talked about why she left the game. When the Italians blew shit up, she already knew the game was over. She wanted to get right for Kay. Rock said she was born to move weight, not be a landlord. Rock went to see Stefano. Rock wants back in the game, wants sneaks operation at the Chinese joint. Rock wants to move differently, though. Stefano wants consistency. Marvin stepped in for Rock. Stefano told her if she's back in, there's only one way out, death. Kay is at the crib, and Ronnie's there with work. The task force asked Howard a question about Marvin for Tony's murder. Fuck. Lou went to Scrap's house and tells her he was there and Scrap dead, he didn't kill himself, and it's partially his fault. Word. Current episode. Where all are guilty. Lou's drinking creates a problem for the whole family when Chantel goes looking for justice. Kanan assimilates into Ronnie's crew, and Rock formulates a new plan for Unique's former heroin operation. Yo, very detailed notes by Mr. Nelson, I would say. Right, very detailed notes. So, we are going to copy and paste that shit from here on out, and then I will be able to add to the new shit for the next 3 episodes and shit. All right, where all are guilty? Let's talk about it. All right, we ready? Ronnie and his crew go into Paul's house and beats him, grabs him up. You know what I mean? Ronnie ass is organized as hell when they drag Paul up out of there, putting coats back on the rack and shit and organizing the coats. He's very detail-oriented. I wonder, would you say Ronnie is on the autism spectrum? You know what I mean? It would seem like that, right? They take him to Kay's crib to talk about that police talk he was talking, right? Famous comes home and is like shook, like, yo, what the fuck? Saying it is, you know what I'm saying? So they talking. Ronnie talking to Paul, like, yo, I shouldn't have said that. And Ronnie tell him saying it is worse than doing it. Because you say some shit, you can get your ass killed on. I always tell motherfuckers, the truth can set you free and the truth can get your ass killed, depending on who you talking to. Shit, Ronnie ain't to play with. We all know that, right? He ain't the one. I'm not like, damn, okay, you kick Famous out the crib, out his own shit, because you paying the bills now, Fame got evicted, right? He helped you when you didn't have nowhere to go. Grimy ass nigga. Grimy ass Kanan. Remember Kanan killed Juke, though. Gotta remember that. Kanan killed his own son. Gotta remember that. Rock went to Quan, right? Because Stefano gave her the okay. Initially, he doesn't want to fuck with Rock. Told Rock that this is a sophisticated game we playing. We just ain't moving shit on the corners and all that shit. He said, I'll fuck with you, though, and give Rock 2 months to get her operation in order. Y'all, did y'all see Rock when she walked up out of the dog office in them red pants, man? Damn. Y'all saw that, right? She gonna get this shit cracking or not, right? Right? She'll get this shit cracking. Or not, but she gonna get it cracking. It's Rock. Famous got his shit out the crib, right? He took the gun that he caught the body with for Freddie. Man, you should have left that motherfucker there. But he's paranoid, right? Smoking all that weed makes you paranoid. Ronnie stopped Famous asking about why he's leaving. Famous like, you know what I mean? I'm going home to my mom's. And Ronnie was like, Kanan says you talk too much. So I just got to get at Paul about talking too much. You finna leave, you ain't finna live here. Kanan said you talk too much. And Ronnie was on his ass like, yo, Kay saved him saying he'll fuck Fame up himself if we hear anything, and Fame got up out of there. That gun is gonna fuck Famous up. We know that. We know that already. We can see that. Task Force Cat, right, is asking Howard about Marvin Thomas. Howard asked for more info, but he can't get it because he said you ain't part of the task force. This is a one-way road. I ask you shit, you tell me shit, you don't tell me shit, I ain't asking you shit, right? So I'm not giving you shit, except regular shit, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, yo, he ain't got no Italian connects talking about Marvin. He might be capable of running Baisley, though, but nah, B. So Howard's giving a little bit of information, knowing that, you know what I mean, he ain't lying all the way, but yeah, he might be capable of running Baisley, fam. Scrap's mom came in bugging about what she knows. He walking by the glass, and he told her, hold up. So he's like, you know what? My man that's taking her, he know all that shit like the back of his hand. Let me go get him. You know what I mean? You know, people that want to get in the game and want to get promotions and shit, they want that look, you know what I mean, and talk that shit, right? So Howard got up out of there and switched with the cat because Howard needed to see what Scrap's mom knew, right? Because he know his son could be implicated, the family, all that shit could be implicated. So he wasn't trying to have that shit happen, right? Marvin went to Joe's house. His children was in the car outside, frosted up windows. He's like, what the fuck is going on? He was inside shooting up terrible, man. So Scrap's mother back at the precinct, she talking about she has a witness to the murder of her son. And they like, who? Howard like, who? She like, Lou Thomas. Said he was drunk when he told her. Howard like, yo, drunk guy will hold no weight in court. If you saying he drunk, that ain't gonna hold no weight. So Miles is adamant that my son was murdered and he didn't kill himself. So Howard told her, don't say this shit to nobody. Don't talk to anyone, because snitching will get you hurt. You know how the neighborhood is. We know the play, right? Howard gonna tell Rock. Lou will have to clean up his mistakes. We know what's gonna happen. We see what happened at the end of the show. So Marvin is snapping on G. We know G is Joe. Joe is G. He called him G. Snapping on G about leaving his children out there in the cold for hours, as he should. Talking about a motherfucker with a minivan can come through and grab them, man. What the fuck is you doing? And he's talking about everything. And G talking about, you know, my family. If you steal from them, I ain't got nothing. The mama, you know what I mean, and all that shit. So, you know, he's talking a lot of shit, right? So Famous takes the strap to his mother's crib. Dog. Stupid shit these kids do. Dog. Stupid shit these kids do. Dog. You just got to the crib, fam. Crazy ass nigga. I'm leaving that shit with Kanan. Kanan tripping with me. All this extra shit. He kicked me out my crib. The gun could just stay there. When it go down, right? He don't even need that gun no more. Really, he could have dismantled that shit, threw that shit in the river, fam. Like, he ain't even need the motherfucker, really. He's going to get knocked to the crib now, y'all. Y'all know that, right? So he's like, I'm happy to be at home. And mom said, I had to tell you to leave because you was doing too much bullshit. You weren't respecting my rules. But she's like, I don't want you to leave again. You have real parenting, right? But Kanan's still stressed. I mean, not Kanan, Fame, still stressing over what he's done. Telling mom, I've been doing some shit, mom. I don't know if I can recover from it. And mom's told him, don't worry about it anymore, baby. Just do what you got to do. That shit is over with. Don't worry about that past shit. Little does she know. So they got Bud at the photo shoot. And I love how they manager talks, man. I don't know where the hell she acting her ass off, because that talk that, you could tell is 90s talk, you know what I mean? And the way she move her mouth and shit, man, like, for real. She told them girls, make the camera love you. You know what I'm saying? I want all of y'all to leave so I can see what's up. And we only seen Crystal take her lead pic. She like, move, bitches, and all this shit, yo. She got him a gig at the mall opening up for Shanice. That shit is dope. I love your smile. Man, that was a dope-ass song. Howard goes to Rock, snapping about what Scrap's mom told him. Rock is like, nah, nigga, you fucked up on the Scrap shit. Because, you know, Howard tried to say Scrap was a snitch, and he wasn't. Howard told her later he was a snitch after they took his ass out. So Rock asked about the task force, and Howard lied about they have nothing on anyone. He lied. He has to play on Rock now that she's telling him she's not accountable and he's only worried about himself. See, they playing each other now. This is going to get real dirty real quick, right? She just fucked up. She just fucked up doing that shit, though, telling him he ain't accountable. He the one that's keeping y'all motherfuckers clean. But like Ronnie said, saying the wrong thing is worse than doing the wrong thing. Say word. All right. So Marvin at the crib. Sleeves up, right? Cooking and cleaning for G's children. Homework, you talking about, y'all go do y'all homework, take these cookies upstairs, don't eat them all, sharing with your sister, talking about some homework. She's like, we ain't got no homework. You're like, what school doesn't give them homework? Y'all must go to school in the Bronx. Like, New York shit, right? New York shit. G said their moms turned them out on drugs. Marvin was like, where the moms at? She's like, she around the world some motherfucking where, I don't know. And he's like, I ain't got no family to help me out because I stole from him. So, you know, Marvin like, you know what I mean? He's like, yo, man, I'll help you out. I'll help you get clean, B. So Juga's at the Army office learning about the different careers she can take and shit. She don't know what she want to do. I just want to get the fuck up out of here. Shirley's at the bar. Lou is back there drinking, listening to Fame songs. She peeps it, though. She likes Fame songs. She's like, this is something out of a movie. Like, this sound dope. Rock and Marvin meet about the shit with Lou, right? Rock is pissed. She smoking a cigarette and shit. She like, Lou got to make this shit right. They go inside the Chinese restaurant that Neek was working out of, right? The owners don't want to move work out anymore. Rock sets the tone. Talk that money talk this, talk that. Rock wants to move work out of more places, though. And she asked him, like, y'all got more restaurants? Because, of course, ain't nothing moving off the plaza, right? Out of her legit business. The couple said, we don't own this one, motherfucker. We manage. Our uncle owns the shit. and 20 more in Queens and Brooklyn. Dope. We know what that means. More money, cha-ching. More money, cha-ching. Yeah. Aisha's in the bathroom throwing up. She's pregnant or she's shook, right? So we know she's shook. Now, is Aisha Sean's mother? We don't know that yet, right? But Kanan is up in the room, up in the thing, hitting on Chris like, yeah, I like that black and green thing, you know what I'm saying? And Juke is at him about them old cats he's with now, like, yo, what's up? What's up with Snaps? What's up with the pop shit? What's up with this? And them old bank robbers and shit. And then they started to sell dope. Woo. Juke ain't having none of that shit. She know a lot. Her dad and auntie moved to put her on to stay away, right? Kanan was the youngin', but she know everything. Like, nigga, I used to do this, I used to do that, you know what I mean? Juke warned Chris, also, when Kanan and Aisha left about staying the fuck away from Kanan, you know Crystal gonna fuck Kanan. We know that. Just to get mad at Juke. Rock and Marvin talked with the uncle on the restaurant. He was sitting right outside the restaurant eating the number 37. Marvin was like, shit, they got number 37s at all your restaurants. That's my favorite. So the owner on some G shit, like, yo, man, I need the money is all this. I'm taking a risk, but you know what I'm saying? Like, market share means nothing without profit. I can corner the market. I gotta have some profit. Uncle wants a percentage of his business. Like, I've been letting y'all move shit. I want a percentage now. You know what I mean? Rock acquiesces. Say, we can do it once I see all of the spots. Major shit. Like, son, like mother, I got to see the spots. I want to see how we can move this shit. Y'all niggas move that dope. Hey, you know what I mean? Like, how we going to get this shit popping? And as she did, she went and checked out the scene. Kanan and Aisha freaking at the movie theater like a motherfucker, like we used to back in the day. That shit crazy. Kanan tried to go all up her shirt. Aisha said he moving too fast. Thank you, Aisha, for saving it. Kay tried it again. Aisha like, nigga, I told you. You fucked up. Aisha like, man, I want to leave. I don't even want to watch the movie. Kay was like, fuck you. I ain't taking you home. Really, nigga? She said, I'm staying to watch the movie. Grimy ass Kanan. All right. Because he seen Crystal was giving him play. Kanan don't give a fuck. He a dog. He a boss. So Rock peeped the shit with the restaurant, right? She went to a couple different spots. She seen they was coming dropping off stuff. She seen the truck. She seen those rice bins and how they would move shit. Watch. She know how to move that shit in and out the restaurant. Marvin goes to Cafe Volts while Lou was pumping out a banger. Sound like some Mob Deep shit, right? I got one that sound almost like that shit. I got a I'll be tripping, y'all. I'll be tripping, y'all. That shit sound dope. Marvin going to check his drunk ass, grab his ass up. Lou doesn't even remember going there. Alcohol is a hell of a drug. Marvin told Lou he has to clean it all up before they all go down for running his motherfucking mouth. Rock still clocking the operation at the joints. Juliana at Pernessa and knee crib all over Ronnie, right? Pernessa comes home. Ronnie tells her to get her shit and go. Juliana knows Pernessa doesn't like Ronnie. She's like, people shouldn't see us together. Because we in business together. People shouldn't see us together. It's like, enemies are dangerous, especially when they're family, no doubt. Rock sees a truck leave and gets an idea how to move the dough with the food or how to jack their shit is what I'm thinking, right? But theirs don't make no sense to jack Quan shit. We can move out of 21 restaurants, you know what I mean? 21 restaurants, so there's no need to jack it. We need to figure out how we can move this dope around the city, but like I said, like mother, like son, like mother, move it through transport. Howard's at the precinct. Captain Burke, Shannon's father, comes through. He's at her desk getting her things. He regrets the things he fucked up on with his daughter that he can't fix. Damn, this shit real. All our children, right? Howard played the role as usual. I want to know how long before Pops listens to Adina or gets Shannon's files and connects Howard to this shit. I had a question, and it wasn't too long before we found some answers to the shit, somewhat, right? Rock went to where the truck pulled in at, right? And she walked in and wants to know what they supply the restaurants with. And the secretary come out and the owner come out like, we only supply the Chinese restaurants. We can't help you and all this shit. And all this shit. He's like, oh, okay. And they're like, how will Rock work around this? They got to figure out an Asian cat that can get the shit in there from them to move that shit around everywhere. Rock was like, how you know I don't know the Chinese restaurant? Motherfuckers, you ain't Chinese. That's one of them things blacks know, you know what I mean, might not own a Chinese restaurant. That'd be interesting. Do blacks own Chinese restaurants and Mexican restaurants? Do we see Mexican food trucks with blacks on there? Do we see, because we see the Middle Easterns selling the chicken. Fried chicken ain't soul food though. You feel me? They ain't making the greens and all that shit. That's interesting though. Howard is with the captain in Ogden. He's going to get the narcotics job, right? But feds have to do a background check on Howard, and he seems shook about it. They were like, only thing we got to worry about, they talk to one of your old girlfriend. Maybe you had the prostitute girl. But they can find out about Rock and K possibly. If they look really, 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 really hard, because that was a long time ago. And they might not be with that shit, right? Right. Ju goes to Kanan's crib, and them boys ain't letting her in, and she snapped on you, punk ass motherfucker. She was going hard. 18-year-old hard as fuck, because you know ain't nobody gonna touch her. Kay is bugging with Juke now. Like, she snapped on Kay, talked about Aisha and how shit maybe fucked up the group, and you're like, I don't give a fuck. Told her Aisha is more type, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kanan just on some foul shit. No doubt, though. She told him, you a scared ass little boy trying to impress your mother. Like, killed his ass. And Ronnie ain't like none of that shit. And Kanan had to tell him, yo, man, any of my family shit don't involve us. You ain't got to do shit. He like, you need me to talk to her? He like, no, I'll talk to her. Nigga, don't say shit to my family shit. Ain't got shit to do with you. Now, I told y'all a few minutes ago that this Captain Burke shit in Adina, Adina met Captain Burks, right? He gave her a picture of them two, or a picture of Shannon, right? He apologized for how he acted towards both of them and how he acted towards Shannon. He wants to understand why Shannon killed herself. Adina said it's because of everyone. Him, her, the pressure of the job, all the shit that happened with the Nicole shit, all that shit, all of them. Now, the captain talked about Howard, and again, Adina's like, I'm not going there anywhere near him, because every time shit happens, shit get fucked up. Now, that may have sparked his interest a little bit more, because Adina don't want to talk. And then it's going to come out sooner or later that Howard went over there to talk to her. And anybody, why Howard come over there and talk to you? Like, it's just some shit. We already know it's coming, right? Perness was at her mama crib and got approached by Ronnie, right? He told P, be careful out here. The motherfucker that did that shit at the tailor shop is still out here. He doesn't want anything to happen to her or his nephew, Jerome. So he's warning her, like, bitch, you got one more time. If I do you like I did your man, right? Because she knows that Ronnie did it. Her and Rock already talked about the shit, right? Keep that gun off safety. So Lou's mom comes to Cafe Votes for cash. Lou gives it to her. She's just one of the worst parents, talking shit. She's pissed at the money he gave her. She's a leech. Talking about, don't nobody look out for me and all this shit. And she bird. Juke let Rock know what K's on. Ronnie snaps and pop. Kick Fame out the crib. All that shit. So Rock is pissed. We see Kanan going to Crystal's crib. So you already know what happened with that. Marvin and Lou are outside of Scrap's crib talking about Marvin finally told him, yo, this alcohol is fucking up your life, man. We wouldn't be here if you weren't drunk. And Lou talking about alcohol is just a tool. He was drunk then and there. You know what I mean? Lou was too drunk. I'm thinking Lou too drunk to pull this shit off. He gonna do some stupid shit. However, he did. She closed her eyes. He shot her in the face, man. Damn, fam. Oh, shit. Off your fuck up, Lou. Damn. Rules to the game, man. Damn. Now, Howard gonna get implicated with this shit because you put her off the dude. Howard, what did they tell you? Because then she end up dead. So something ain't gonna be right, y'all. Y'all know something ain't gonna be right with this shit, man. All right. Let's talk about what we saw in this trailer for the one time, y'all. Following episode, trailer predictions and what I think. All right. We hear Rock saying, Kanan is fucking with Ronnie on some business and she needs to know what it is. We see Kanan and Ronnie at a table with someone. We can't see who's sitting at the table. We see Quan and he says that they have competition. He wants to know who it is and make an example of them. We see some shit. We see some packs. Rock got some packs. And it has to be Ronnie and them heroin package, right? And they say like Queens on the bitch, right? Like they put Queens on the heroin package. It's crazy. Brandon, right? Rock goes to see Snaps and Pop and tells them, you have no business with my son and stay the fuck away from him. It's like, man, the game is the game. We taught you the game. The game is the game. So, Juke, we see her in the train station. I couldn't make out it came so fast, but it looked like she was fighting a dude and a chick. I don't know. I mean, I can't see her fighting Crystal at the train station because that would fuck up the whole group. But somebody did something, right, to Juke, and Juke was handling somebody. We see Luke drunk, busting his gun like in an alley behind somewhere, right? Then we see he stumble up to Rock's door and she get him in the crib. The thing is, we got to see if anybody was watching that shit. Clocking Rock's crib. Lou is grieving over the Aziza shit and losing his studio and all that shit and everything. And he really wants to get out of the game. He don't want to be in the game anymore. You know what I mean? So that's his problem. He doesn't want to be in the game anymore, but he know his sister gonna look out for him at the end of the fucking day because she said, I'm gonna try to make it right. Well, baby, bro. We see Rock with a silencer in all black, and we heard the chickle. So, man, who's she going to kill? She going to kill somebody. She's going to kill somebody. Now, I wonder. Okay, hold on. We see Ronnie tells Kay, she not going to bother you anymore. Now, did he put somebody on to beat up Juke at the train station? Definitely ain't talking about his mama. So who he talking about? We got to wait and see, right? So here's what I think. Man, I can't make this one yet. I told y'all one of the brothers might have to go to jail or die, right? Over the shit they doing. If Rock goes back to Quan and lets him know how she can move all that dope with the operation, she know the uncle that owned the one restaurant and blah, 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 and they can make moves, but she can't get into the place that delivers the goods, and she needs access to that and see what Quan can do for her. Kanan and them moving dope, heroin now, and that's a problem for them. I can see Rock going and killing Pops in them. I can see Rock going and killing Snaps and Pop. I told you I'll leave my fucking son alone. I can see that. So maybe that's who the bullet is for. We haven't seen from the show's credit, we haven't seen the girls on stage, like filming a video, none of that shit. So we know that shit coming. The group ain't breaking up real quick over Crystal and Kanan shit. So, yeah, we got a couple of loose pieces. This 307, so we got 3 more episodes left. So shit finna hit the fan, man. Can I see somebody major dying? There's no need to. We already killed Nick. I don't want to see anybody else major dying. We're talking about Rock and her brothers, right? I can't see none of them. We know Juke ain't gonna die. Can we see Famous? I don't know. So I can't hit y'all with a whole bunch of I don't knows, but I'm just trying to think, and it can go multiple ways right now. So that's why we got to sit back and watch this shit, man. You know what I mean? Regardless, man. So shout out to you for sitting through and supporting me again. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all the downloads. I appreciate all the streams, man. Let me know what you think in the comments, though. Get your confidence together. Get your clutch together. Listen to and follow Network on various platforms. ConfidenceInTheClutch.podbean.com, wherever you listen to your podcast. Search Confidence in the Clutch. Follow, share, rate, and review is important. Follow us on X and Instagram at Kanan K. Visit us on Facebook at Confidence in the Clutch Weekly. Donald Nelson, D-Nell, Dizzle, Deezy, Deezos, Deezy D, Deezos, Don P, Don D, Don Rilla Digger. Host, The Power of Reverberation, Book 3 Raising Kanan podcast. A Confidence in the Clutch podcast about the acclaimed TV series, Power, Book 3 Raising Kanan. We ain't got to get a fucking Emmy. Y'all get my Emmy, baby. Have a safe and healthy night. If you're listening during the daytime, create a great day on purpose, y'all. We up out, man. Stay warm. Peace. 3, 2, 1. Confidence on 3 and the clutch on 6. 1, 2, 3.
Confidence.
4, 5, 6.
In the clutch.
Confidence in the clutch.